Jai Hind to all of you. I am Updesh Kumar Jaiswal, working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture of the subject Cyber Security. BCC 401 is subject code. Firstly, I am going to start from the what is cyber crime. Cyber crime is any criminal activity that involves a computer, network device or network. A generalized definition of cybercrime may be unlawful acts wherein the computer is either a tool or target, both. The computer may be used as a tool in the following kinds of activity like financial crimes, sale of illegal articles, pornography, online gambling, intellectual property crime, email spoofing, cyber defamation, cyber stalking, and many more. But the computer, however, be target for unlawful act in the following cases: unauthorized access to the computer, computer system, network, theft information, email bombing, Trojan attacks, internet time thefts, theft of computer system, physical damaging. So here computer as a target. Now what are the origin of this word? The cyber crime relates to a number of terminology like computer crime, internet crime, cyber crime, computer related crime, e-crime, high-tech crime. And in case of India, the first cyber crime was noticed in 1999. That is the Akash Arora case, that is also called as the Yahoo case. In the Akash Arora case, where Akash registered the domain yahooindia.com, but Yahoo is the name of the company of the other person. So Akash Arora was misleading user by intimating Yahoo Incorporation by using this term yahooindia.com. So the Delhi High Court ruled in favor of Yahoo company and recognizing domain name misuse and give some punishment to Akash Arora. Now, what is the difference between the cyber crime and traditional crime? It is very important to know. It is very important to understand. Here, I have written different aspects on the basis of which I will differentiate between the cyber crime and traditional crime. In case of cyber crime, the medium is online. We are using the computer and different networks like LAN, MAN, WAN, PAN. In case of traditional crime, it happens in the physical and real world actions. When we are talking about the aspect reach, so it is the global and having no border. But in case of traditional crime, it is local or regional within the 10 kilometer, within the 50-kilometer area. Anonymity, often anonymous, unknown user, user digital tools. Traditional crime, more easily to identify, more easily to traceable. In case of cybercrime, scale affects many at once. So in case of cybercrime, many can be affected at one time. In case of traditional crime, usually target individual or small groups. Evidence, digital or log data, physical. In traditional crime, physical like fingerprint, CCTV camera. Legal issues in case of cybercrime, complex cross-border laws. In case of traditional crime, handled within local law of that country, that state. So when we are talking about the cyber crime, we can categorize it into the 4 category based on the target. The first category is the cyber crime against individual. Second category is cyber crime against the property. Third category is cyber crime against the organization, and fourth one is the cyber crime against government or society. So in case of cyber crime against individual, I want to give one example: cyber stalking, identity theft, online harassment, phishing. In case of property, like hacking, ransomware, data breaches, intellectual property theft. Cyber crime against organization, when denial of service attack is performed, financial fraud is performed. Cyber crime against government or society, cyber terrorism, hacking government networks, spreading misinformation all over the social networking website against the government or society, misleading the people. So crime against individual like phishing, spamming, password sniffing, spoofing, cyber stalking, identity theft, and data dealing. So these are the crimes which are performed against the individual. Phishing is the fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information or data like username or password. Spamming is the use of messaging system to send unsolicited message to large number of recipients for the purpose of commercial advertisement. Password sniffing. A password sniffer is a software application that scan and records the password. In case of spoofing, here whole website is hacked. In case of cyber stalking, harassment is done to the individual person. Identity theft occurs when someone uses another personal identity information like their name, ID number, credit card number without their permission to perform a crime. It was the first used in 1964. This term was firstly used in 1964, identity theft. Data dealing. Data dealing is a type of cyber crime in which data is altered as it is entered into a computer system. Computer processing or altered data results in a wrong benefit, false benefit. Here hacker is trying to take the data from the someone else computer. Here cyber fraud or cyber criminal is present, gains access to the individual computer and smartphone and then stealing the information or money. It is based on the establishment trust with the individual. Now crime against the property, that is the second category. In this category, the most danger is the credit card fraud. Credit card fraud is an inclusive term. Fraud committed using a payment card such as credit card, debit card. The purpose may be to obtain goods or services or to take payment to another account which is controlled by a criminal. Here a taker steal card information, then doing the payment for a purchasing of a goods or services. Second example is intellectual property theft. Mainly in intellectual property rights, copyright, patent, trademark, design right, database right, performance right, these are covered. But nowadays there are also some issues. So here I am going to discuss about the common intellectual property issues faced in the modern era. First is copyright infringement, unauthorized use of music, video, software, etc. Trademark infringement, misuse of logos or brand names online. Patent infringement, using patented tech or software without permission. Plagiarism, copying online content without credit. Trade secret theft, stealing confidential digital business information. Digital piracy, illegal distribution of media through internet platforms. Now cyber crime against the organization, target business, companies, corporation, institutions with the intent to disturb the operation, to steal the data, to gain the financial profit, and mainly the competition. Due to competition, we are performing the cyber crime against the organization. These attacks can cause serious financial loss and reputational damage. Some of the common example is denial of service, distributed denial of service attack, ransomware attack, data breaches, business email compromise, corporate espionage, supply chain attacks. So these are the cyber crime against the organization. Now, crime against the society. The main is the cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism is the use of internet or conduct violent acts that result in or threaten loss of life, significantly bodily harm in order to achieve political or ideological gains through threat or intimidation. Second is the child pornography. Third is webjacking. Webjacking simply when someone clones your website and tricks you to believe the clone site in yours, and that means you have lost complete access to your website. That is the webjacking. So cyber terrorism is defined by the US Federal Bureau of Investigation as a premeditated attack against a computer system, programs, computer data and other information with the sole aim of violence against clandestine agents and subnational groups. The main aim behind cyber terrorism is to cause and harm, to perform the destruction. In cyber crime era, there are some survival mantra that is used for the netizens, which are very necessary. In cyber crime era, it is very important to know who are the netizens. Netizens is someone who spends lots of time by becoming the online, by using the internet services, by using the social networking. They are using the computer and becoming the online most of the time. The 5P netizen mantra for online security is necessary for them who are spending the time on internet. For ensuring cyber safety, the motto for the netizens should be stranger is danger. Here 5P survival mantra for the netizens are precaution. First is precaution, second is prevention, third is protection, fourth is preservation, and fifth is perseverance. So precaution, always be alert and aware while navigating the internet. Think before clicking or sharing. This is the precaution, very important. Prevention, take proactive steps like using antivirus, firewall and secure connection, and most important, secure password. Protection, safeguard your data, identity and devices with a strong password and encryption. Preservation, regularly backup important data and maintain digital hygiene. And perseverance, stay constantly vigilant and keep learning about new cyber threats and safe practices, what are the new attacks may be. So learning is very important for the perseverance. Now, cyber criminals. In cyber security, there are some person who are breaking the cyber security, and they are cyber criminals are those who conduct activities such as child pornography, credit card fraud, cyber stalking, defaming another online, gaining unauthorized access to computer system, ignoring copyright, software licensing and trademark protection, overriding encryption to make illegal copies, software piracy, stealing another identity to perform criminal acts. And these cyber criminals are categorized into three categories: type 1, type 2, type 3, depending upon the purpose. So in type 1 cyber criminals, they are hungry for recognition. They want to become popular. Type 2 cyber criminals not interested in the recognition. They are interested for the financial profit. Type 3 cyber criminal, the insider, who are the jealous with the company while working in the company. So type 1 cyber criminal hungry for the recognition. It means they seek fame and recognition by showing their hacking skill. For example, a 14 or 16-year hacker defacing a popular website and posting their alias to gain attention about him. He wants to become popular. He needs some attention on his side. Type 2 cyber criminal not interested in recognition. They are interested only in the financial profit. They commit crimes silently for profit and malicious intent without revealing their identity. Example, a cyber criminal running phishing scam or ransomware attacks to extract the money, to demand the money, and leaving no trace, no proof. Type 3 cyber criminal, the insider. They are insider within an organization who have no authorized access, but due to becoming the authorized access by employee at that company, they harm or steal the information and sell to the, or they provide the information to another employee of the company or another company employees. An employee leaking confidential company data to a competitor for personal gain. In these type of cyber crimes which are performed by the cyber criminals, the most dangerous is the cyber stalking about the society. The simple definition of cyber stalking is the repeated use of electronic communication to harass or to threaten the someone. So here repetition is performed. In India, it is a punishable crime under the Act Information Technology Act 2000 and Indian Penal Code. Cyber stalking example, a man continuously sends threatening emails and messages through social media to his or her ex-partner, tracks her location using online tools, and creates fake profiles to monitor and harass her online activities. This behavior is considered cyber stalking as it involves repeated, unwanted, and intrusive action using digital platform to threaten or intimidate someone. So, cybercrime is also known as the offenses which are performed on the computer. So, cyber offenses are the illegitimate action which are carried out in a classy manner where either computer is tool or target or both. The offense included in the IT Act 2000 are as follows. In India, in 2000, IT Act is passed. According to that bill, according to the law, these are the some example of the offenses which are coming and they are punishable. The first one is the tampering with the computer source document. Here, computer source document is tampered, physically performed. Physically, we are tampering the hardware. Hacking with computer system. In computer, some important information is present, and by using the internet, we are performing the hacking from the computer system and stealing the information. This is also an offense. Publishing of information which is obscene in electronic form. Power of controller to give directions, to change the law, to change the rule, to change the message, to change the notice. Power of controller is taken by the cyber criminal. Direction of controller to a subscriber to extend facility to decrypt information. So if message is decrypted, then what is the information is going on, what is the confidentiality in the information that is broken. From the protected system, data is stolen, that is also an offense. Penalty of misrepresentation, penalty for breach of confidentiality and privacy, penalty for publishing digital signature certificate false in certain particulars, publication of fraudulent purpose. They are cyber criminal are publishing some advertisement like job vacancy. They are providing the fraud, they are providing the phishing attack, they are providing the website where user can log in by registering himself, and there may be some loss of money if you are accessing unauthorized website. Act to apply for offense or contravention committed outside India, confiscation, penalty or confiscation not to interfere with other punishment, power to investigate offenses. So these are the most popular offenses, and I already discussed about the cyber stalking, and these are the references which I have used to make this lecture. I have used the book of Sunit Balapure and Nina Goodbale, Cyber Security, Understanding Cyber Crimes, Computer Forensic and Legal Perspective. Second book is the Basta Brown Kumar, Cyber Security and Cyber Law, Dr. Surya Prakash Tripathi and Praveen Kumar Shukla, Introduction to Information Security and Cyber Law. These are the three very important books which are used to study about the how the cyber crime are done, how cyber criminal activity perform their action, how we can protect our system. And I have used two website and two popular research paper on this topic, that is the cyber threat landscape challenge and future research direction, Computer and Society, which was published in 2011, and author is Shu KKR. And another book is A Brief History of WannaCry Threat, Ransomware Attack 2017, where the ransomware attack is discussed. It was published in the International Journal of Advanced Research in Computer Science in 2017. So thank you very much. Jai Hind.